So I tell you, so this is part of the BDR, because the BDR is roads as well as dirt roads. It's back discovery routes. It's not necessarily all dirt roads. Now, what I will tell you is that these roads that we just rode are amazing, and you don't have to be a speed demon to enjoy them. Like, you don't have to go 100 miles per hour to enjoy that ride. It was switchback after switchback, and in this case it's climbing, so it's going up a hill, so you shift into second, third, and then you got to shift back into second. Anyhow, the views from up here, these cameras, I have 3 cameras going, and they can't capture it all, because what I see to my left, to my right, sometimes I have the camera pointing a different way. But this was worth stopping for up here, and I'll give you a shot of what I saw, of what I see. And I'll tell you, as you all know, TV or your phone does not do this justice as being here. Look at that one house right there. Top of the hill, all that land all around them. That is very cool. It is beautiful up here. You know, the temperature for me, I mean, I could see mountains as far as the eye can see, because I'm looking this way now behind this billboard, and there's more mountains and more mountains. It is just spectacular up here. So this suit, I'm wearing it for the first time, and it is not, I'm not sweating, and I believe it's 70 degrees, which today I messed up. I did not bring jeans. I brought work pants, which are, you know, somewhat nice, and then I brought this suit. So I was like, man, I could have wore jeans today, but because this stuff doesn't breathe that well. But as long as you're moving, this suit keeps you cool. It has a lot of vents, and that's a plus. So let's keep rolling. You know, one thing I'll tell you is, my bike, I ate McDonald's for lunch. Not the greatest, but whatever. And all the guys that would come out of McDonald's would do a double take on the bike. You know, it would catch their eye. Good or bad, I don't know. But nevertheless, you know how it is, guys. Everybody turned around and looked. It's like I got this road all to myself. Still climbing. This is Mountain Lake Lodge, something to that effect. Up in the middle of nowhere, at the top of this mountain. Incredible. I mean, look at this structure. And I did not think there would be cell service up here, but I just got a message. This is a beautiful area. Little cornhole, little campfire. Oh. Well, we have hit dirt road. This is the real deal now. So, shortly after that Mountain View Lodge, Hotel, whatever that thing was called, Route 613, it turned to gravel real quick. There are some ruts. I'm probably not even a mile into it, so you know, I stopped again to set up some cameras. There are some ruts. It's mostly gravel. It's not terrible, so it's hard packed dirt. A lot of leaves, as you can see. It's that time of year. I have this place all to myself, is the thing. So let's get on with it. Now that could be good and that could be bad, right? If you need help, gravel is actually worse. I imagine it helps with rain and water, but you know, it really makes for a shaky ride. And by that I mean like this. Mountain Lake Biological Station, University of Virginia. Up ahead. By surprise, and they're quite deep. Let's put the drone up. down to my left, but it is steep. The road narrowed up, and it's at the edge of a cliff here. So I slowed down a bit. I was going 25, 35 miles per hour on some sections. Right now I'm doing 20. Gives you an idea how long this takes you. You can't fly through here, you know, unless you're an absolute pro. Yep, we are descending. The camera does it justice, but you need to see this. You know, the camera doesn't do hills and climbs, and but I tell you what, we're on the way down here, but take a look at that. Oh my goodness, that is just spectacular. So whatever you're seeing on camera, think of it 20 times better looking in person. Summertime, this will be hot. Really hot. I don't know what temperature it is, but what I do know is that it's cooler up here in the mountain compared to when I was in the lower parts. For example, the hotel and the business I went to visit, it was a lot cooler over there. I mean warmer, it's cooler up here. There are sections which are harder and some are slower. And right now the section I'm in is slower. The views are magnificent. In the summertime, everything is green. This is the Blue Ridge Mountains, so it looks beautiful. This time of year, you have the changing color of the leaves, which is spectacular. I have not seen any wildlife, nor do I want to. I'm not that kind of guy. If I see a deer, that's cool. But, you know, bears and things like that, I'm not really. Any other kind of animal, I'm good. I don't need those. Bring snacks, of course. Bring water. In the summertime, this has to be brutal. Even though you're covered by, you know, you're in good shade over here. Because I'm sweating, and it's not even hot. So this GoPro that you're looking at now is the one that I don't have stationary. This is the one I move around a lot. I have 3 cameras going at all times. Well, not at all times. But this one here eats up battery like nobody's business. The other one, I have it hooked up with the USB cable, so the battery's not gonna die on that. And the 360 camera, that battery lasts a long time. Don't ask me why, but GoPros eat up batteries, and it's a bigger battery than the 360 that I have. And I want to say this lasts probably 20 minutes, where the 360 will last 2 hours. There's a lot of little gnats and things. All right, let's proceed. you've enjoyed the video up to this point. I want to give you an update on what happened at the end of the ride. So I came down the mountain road, and when I got on 460, when I got to the intersection of 460 and 700, I pulled the clutch in and I had no clutch. So I applied both brakes and basically the bike bucked up a little bit and came to a complete stop. What happened was, I know how to make a bike run without using the clutch. You know, I kind of panicked. I was an hour away from my vehicle, from the hotel, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. I mean, other than employees and managers out there, people from work, I don't know anyone out there, and I wasn't gonna call them. I wanted to get back to the safety of my vehicle, my trailer. Anyhow, I get to the stop, put the bike in first gear, and I hit the starter button. When I hit the starter button, again, the bike bucks, but it comes to life. And I just give it the gas and took off. If you blip the throttle like this while applying pressure up or down to the shifter, it will shift. And that's how I made it. You know, by the grace of God, and I believe it was my higher power that got me through this, because of where it happened at that stop. I went through that dirt. Had it happened in the forest, I would have been up a creek without a paddle. So I was an hour away, and on my way back I had no stops. It was 460 to 80 and 81 rather, and then get off the highway and make my way into Roanoke, and that was all highway until I got off of the highway there, which was 2 lights, and at both I had to shut the bike off twice, and I was able to restart it the same way and make it to my vehicle. I tell you, I felt great, really, that, you know, my clutch went out 50 miles away, 40 something miles away, and that I could ride with no issue back to my vehicle. My bike right now is still without, but I want to show you more than anything. I want you to see why it is that I don't have a clutch. So it's this hose right here. This had another rubber piece here, a foam piece that I never knew what that was for, but that foam piece kept that wedged in there. And because I was hitting ruts and all kind of potholes and things while riding in the dirt, this became dislodged. And what happened was, it found its way here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the tire has a bunch of brake fluid on it. That's where it wound up, as you can see right there. And now this piece is leaking right there, right at this joint. And you can see there's some fluid there as well. But what I did when I got back to my vehicle was, I went to the auto parts store, I bought some brake fluid, I put it in the clutch reservoir, and I tried pumping it, thinking it might help, so that I could load my bike onto the trailer, but it did not. And it was, at that point, it was dark, and I could not see where it was leaking, even though I did look around under the bike and try to figure out. You know, I'm new to these bikes, even though this is the second one I've owned. Compared to Jap bikes and even Harleys, I'm learning my way around these bikes. So I just learned something new. Apparently this is the bleeder for the clutch. This piece here comes off. I went online on YouTube and I found out what this whole mechanism does. But that's where it leaked from. So, you know, that simple thing, I'd say if you own one of these, zip tie that puppy right there so that it doesn't come down. Now I gotta buy that line. I gotta take all this here all this here apart. I gotta take the wheel apart, I gotta take the shock out. I got quite a bit of work to do there. So that's what I have to look forward as a winter project. I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, other than that, I had a great time. I think that even though I didn't ride a lot on the BDR, I tell you what, I feel confident that I can go out there for a week, 3 or 4 days, and ride enough of the BDR. I wasn't sure if my skills were up to it, but, and I'm not saying that I saw the worst of it, but I think at slow speeds, you know, if need be, we can accomplish, we can conquer anything. So for those of you who are watching this video and wondering, I'd like to do the BDR, but I don't know if I have the skills. I don't know if my bike is up to it. If you have a GS, your bike is up to it. If you have an equivalent to the GS, your bike is up to it. If you have something smaller, it's a little bit better. But I like the comfort of the big bikes. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. This channel is growing, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay? You guys take care. Watch out with the crazy people on the road, and I will catch you on the next one. Adios.